Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Cellar TV. So what we're trying today is something a little bit different perhaps, and a wine that I'm actually rather fond of at the moment, and in all honesty in the last couple of weeks I've actually gone through a couple of bottles myself, or my household at least. Not me personally, only by myself. Anyway, but this is the Christmann, which is a new producer to us. It's a German producer, absolutely fantastic. Most of their wines actually are Riesling. I do think 70 to 80% of their vineyards are planted with Riesling, but as you can see by the color in my glass, this is actually a Spatburgunder, and red wine. So Spatburgunder is the German name basically for Pinot Noir. So yes, it is. Behold, a Pinot Noir from Germany, which is quite exciting, and coming from the country of New Zealand. I can't really do a very good New Zealand accent, so I do apologise about that. But coming from New Zealand, where we all often think of, Central Otago Pinot Noir as being some of the best Pinot Noir in the world. And what's interesting is I actually recently did an interview with someone where I was interviewing them, which is interesting because I'm often the other side around, on the other side of the camera. Anyway, I was interviewing them, and they are another fellow wine expert, and it was interesting because they put it into perspective, and they sort of shut it down a little bit, and they said yes, Central Otago, or New Zealand, Martinborough as well of course, can produce some of the best New World Pinots, but they cannot replicate Burgundy, and I do have to say that Burgundy really is one of the, basically the holy grail of Pinot Noirs come from Burgundy. But they're different, they're completely different, and I think we should stop saying sort of Central Otago or sort of New Zealand makes the best Pinot in the world. I also think that we should perhaps say that Burgundy doesn't necessarily always make the best Pinot Noir in the world. Does some of the best Pinot Noirs in the world come from Burgundy? Absolutely. But take this for example. This isn't a $100 bottle or anything else like this, or a $1,000 bottle like you can get from Burgundy, but it is absolutely incredible, and it just goes to show just how brilliant and amazing good Pinot Noir can be from other slightly lesser known regions. This particular producer, Christmann, is from the Pfalz, and so Pfalz, again, one of the warmer sort of regions from Germany, and so they are producing lovely, beautiful, delicate, poised Pinot Noirs, and things that actually aren't that expensive either. This particular bottle itself, here's a little close-up. I can't remember if we've already done this. A little close-up there for you. The Spatburgunder is only about $40 a bottle, and that's ridiculously good value as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, Pinot Noir is fantastic, and it's just different anywhere and everywhere you go. There's fantastic Pinot Noir made up in Canada and sort of New York, as well as in sort of Oregon, of course, and also in Northern California, or Southern California as well, Santa Barbara County. All over the world. It's just different. It's just equally different. Equally fantastic, I should say, but different. Anyway, so enough of a rant. Let's get into this wine and why this wine is amazing. So, on the nose, let's give it a little sniff. So, obviously, this on the nose smells of Pinot Noir, and that is one of the most exciting and interesting things, I think. So it's pure Pinot Noir, really. It's just so delicate. It's got those red cherries on the nose. It's loads of that red cherry, that strawberry aspect, but not candied strawberries or anything else like this, but really, really fresh and slightly wild strawberries. So there's got that slight funk to it as well, which is quite exciting. Something that, if you are familiar with red Burgundy, in particular, or the Pinot Noir from Burgundy region, I should say, really, you are sort of used to that sort of earthy, little bit sort of meaty characteristic as well. Opening up, you are getting a little bit of sort of the white pepper, a little bit of red currants coming through here, but it is still based in that sort of red berry, those sort of juicy, sort of rich red fruit flavors, which I absolutely love. This is, for me, this is what Pinot Noir should be, right? It should be light, it should be crisp, it should be juicy, it should be fresh, it should just be not an oak monster by any means, and this definitely 100% is not an oak monster. And also, I suppose, if you are interested in this sort of thing as well, this is also organic, and they do practice biodynamics in the vineyard as well, but certified organic, so yay. Anyway, it's let's give this a little taste, I think. So definitely the way it should be. It's silky, it's soft, and the tannins are just like a feather running over your tongue, which is fantastic, and lively acidity, which I absolutely love. And the way Pinot Noir should be, I think. Like, as I said before, it should be light. It should be like a ballet dancer, running up and down your palate. And as far as I'm concerned, you know, beautiful. It's light. It's crisp, and there is beautiful acidity here, but it isn't so overwhelming because the tannins are there. But they are light, they are delicate, they are very, very powdery soft tannins, which is really, really quite exciting. And also, even though you've got both of those two aspects there, it is still retaining a lot of that juiciness, that freshness, and that vivacity, and also that sort of ripeness as well. On the palate, as far as flavors are concerned, you are getting a lot of those sort of red berries, those strawberries, a little bit of raspberry coming through, a lot of cherry for me, and as it just sort of finishes off there's just a touch of sort of vanilla, just a little touch of vanilla bean, and quite a bit of red currant, actually, sort of freeze-dried red currants coming through on the palate for me. But this is a great example of a Pinot Noir that is poised, it's elegant, it is pure fruit. A little bit of that sort of minerality comes through as well, which is what you'd expect, I suppose, from a lot of sort of German wines. It is still found in their Pinot Noirs here as well. So again, if you are familiar with Burgundy Pinots, then this is actually a really, really great and cheaper, I'd have to say, substitute. Or at least point of difference to Pinot Noirs in the style that you're used to. Absolutely fantastic. As I say, I think it's only about $40 online. Check it all out. We have got the link there below if you're wanting to check out this particular wine, and also check out the Rieslings from A. Christmann, because these guys are absolutely fantastic as well. One of the Pfalz's greatest producers to date, which is very, very exciting. And don't forget, of course, we do also have Economierat Rebholz online now as well. Quite a few of their wines, as well as a few from Muller-Catois, which is seen as one of the greatest producers of all time. Very, very exciting, and just goes to show that we really do know what we're talking about here at the Cellar the Cellar store and the Cellar TV. Yes, anyway, so this has been the 2013 Spatburgunder Pinot Noir from the Pfalz region, from A. Christmann. I've been Connal, this has been the Cellar TV. Cheers.